Let me start by appreciating Shemo, as we fondly address him, for giving me this opportunity to relive beautiful memories of young. And here is my good old days story. I am Princess Adenike Adeite-Sodipo from the Anikilaya ruling family in Ijebu-Ode. I can call myself a Surulere girl, though made in London, but born in Nigeria. Should I say that I am sad not to have dual citizenship? No, because I cherish my beautiful Surulere memories. I can readily recall a typical day in our home, where we would always sit at the dining with my mother, sharing meat pies and sausages, and father drinking tea from a very big mug that almost looked customized for him alone. No telephone distractions, even though we had one right at the corner of the living room. That big black device where you dial numbers spirally and allow each dial to return before dialing another. What a great effort to make calls in those days. Technology has now made a mess of that device we so much cherished then. Those were days when we grew up with love and togetherness. I grew up in Lucina Joseph Street off Adeniro Ogunsoya Street and went to the popular Surulere Baptist School at Modupe Johnson Crescent. Ours was a communal training and upbringing where it was the responsibility of every parent in the neighborhood to train, discipline and scold erring children, regardless of who their biological parents are. But what do we have today? Parents frown at people and even teachers reprimanding their children. They even tagged that act of training bullying. But I tell you, those cautions and reprimands made us who we are today. I recall vividly our 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. evening home lessons at the Awokweju's residence on Basi Ogamba with Mr. Oyediji and his cane whenever it's time for mathematics. God help you if you miss any question or fail to do your homework. He'll beat you red, black, and blue, and you dare not get home to report to your parents where more beating awaits you. Those days we enjoyed walking to and from school in our white dress with green belt and beret, buying lollipop and big dip ice cream at Mrs. Faleti's house opposite the school. The differently colored Balewa sweets, the Ekonogo one, the Goody Goody sweets. I wonder how we came about those names, particularly Ekonogo one. In my secondary school days, at Methodist Girls High School, Saboyaba, the story was not different. We would trek all the way through Loco to Tejosho to Stadium with our male friends, and we were not afraid. Another interesting story was a regular visit to Surulere shopping complex, now the ShopRite. We would all go there after school to the famous Isis Parlor and Terry's Burger to buy ice cream and burger. We will hang out till late in the evening, having fun and gisting. I also loved the tuwo with tiny pieces of meat, sold at Shita in the evenings. We would put all our plastic bowls in the bucket and queue to be attended to. Or is it the musical shows at the National Theatre, where Kool and the Gang, The Whispers, Shalama, and so many others came in the 80s to perform? And we paid 3 naira to watch, or 5 naira if you sat in front of the hall. Yes, you heard me right, 3 naira as gate fee. Wow, those were the good old days. So many good old days story to tell. But what do I take home from these reminiscences? In those days, we were not afraid of the dark, because all the streets were well lit. In those days, we were brought up through communal efforts. In those days, our bonds of friendship were stronger. Some we still connect till date. In those days, the environment was safer and more saner. In those days, there was dignity in labor. In those days, family bonding reigned supreme. And in those days, we were taught the value of hard work and contentment. I now wonder, can we bring back those beautiful days and turn those beautiful memories to reality again? Do we have a second chance to right the wrongs and make things work well for our own good and that of our children? Yes, we can. We can change the narrative. We must learn from the lessons of the old to create the new. Our children deserve a better and greater tomorrow. Not reminiscences of the good old days. We can turn the hands of the clock. Oh yes, we can. I therefore join hands with my brother and friend, Sir Shemori Badejo, in this beautiful project towards a greater tomorrow. Thank you.